All right, back Javier in the game. I have here a chain again, and it's really sometimes funny how you imagine things, right? You think it's really there.
I do, I see it.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
Can you really believe this? Because open your hand. Only if that you see it doesn't mean that you feel it. Do you actually feel it in your hand?
No.
No, right? You cannot really say anymore if this was really in your hand. Because the more I put it, you can more and more imagine how it's going in your hand, right?
Yeah.
But I can tell you, it was just never there.
That's cool.
Right.
That's cool.
It's a sweet, crazy imagination thing again, but I just like it because that chain is so light. Can you open your hand again? That you almost don't feel it if it touches your hand, right? If it's just at the beginning.
I really don't feel it. Yeah,
Yes.
You don't feel that.
Because I think we have just too thick skin and this is so light. So what I'm doing is I play with this. Like you see it, right? But it's difficult to feel. Right?
Yeah.
And this is just a very strong moment because they're not sure anymore. Is this real or not? You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they just worked so hard in their life that they have thick skin or something. On this point, I just play with the idea where you have to keep the attention back to the eyes, right? I'm just going here. Do you feel this, right? And I look at him, and I see how that he's always looking back to me, which is this is the key point to the effect, because it's funny when I put this more and more, you feel it also more and more in your hand, right? And I try to put everything as together as possible for the last one, because when I put it in, I also want to steal it with my nail, right? And I'm saying, but it's funny, I just tap 3 times so he still feels the chains on his hands. And I just say, but it was never there. And I explain it to him in the eyes, and then we look down and there is nothing.
It's not there. And the crazy thing is that I can still feel it.
Yes.
So to me, it feels like the chain is still there. Like I can feel the pieces in there.
Exactly, because there is something that when I press hard enough with my nail on his hand, right?
Yeah.
There are these little, not spikes, but chains just like still giving the feeling it was still there. And
It's still there, yeah.
It's still there.
It's still there, yeah.
So I think it's also absolutely possible to do this. And I say, look, close your hand for me, right? And I just step away for a little bit. My hands are empty, and you just can only believe it's there.
Yeah.
And I make it really vanish out of your fist, which is a technique I'm using. I have to just make it super safe, right? And I do this. I press with my nail everything together. My fingers are still on front, right? Even I can use my nails to create that moment that there's still something while my thumb is traveling around the hand like this. And now I just close everything up and I try to get my fingers out of there, and I'm stepping away pretty fair with my open hands like this. It's like, you still feel it?
Yeah, I technically feel a little ball.
That's great.
Still in
And
there.
this is the moment you can just come here, produce the chain, and you're just like a master thief. So here's another really cool experience you can do with your audience. So it's like a chain, right? People can check it out. And in a second here, can you make a fist?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. But you have to actually, let me show this one here. Can you take that coin and just go and take it into your fist like this, okay?
Like that.
Yes. Sometimes we hold on to things, you know,
Yeah.
and we hold them so tight that we cannot really lose up anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll lower it a little bit. Still it's on there. Good. I just want you to imagine you just make it more warm so it's like kind of melting.
Okay, yeah.
You can imagine this? That's good. Yes. Do you feel that?
Yeah. Oh!
I think this is, you already made it. Like,
Yeah.
don't open it yet.
Okay, okay.
I put this over you. And open up your hand now. You see?
Oh, there it is.
There it is. It just melted off. But just for a split second, because if I just put it back here, it actually comes back to you.
That's beautiful. And I can check it out?
Yes, of course.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That's a really nice, if you just want to entertain your person while standing, you come to them with a chain. First, you can already start with the gimmick on, right? Or you can go to somebody and let it check him out that it's a normal ring, normal key on a chain. It's like, okay, we try an experiment here.
Okay.
So when I'm coming, I take my key off from my nail, I attach it, and there's also a way where I switch it on the other side around, right? It's also possible like this, but we do it the simple way now. So you have here the key, you just take it, you swing it around, and you're just like, can we make an experiment? Can you make your hand like this, okay? And take the key in your hand, okay? And now that moment when I'm pulling slowly up, you still feel like a resistance?
Yeah, I do.
Right?
Yeah.
And the best part is when I just make it more and more, you feel how this chain lets go from that key. And it's a very magical moment for him.
It feels really good.
Yeah, and I'm saying, don't let go yet. So now I'm in the perfect position to put the whole chain over his fist, right? Go in my position where I still hold that key. I said, open up your hand. He's so distracted by this picture that I can just now take the key, look at it, make it on my nail, make it vanish, and let it appear back on his wrist, and I can just step away, that he can examine it.
Yeah.
Can you open up your hand for me?
Yes, I can.
The same thing here, but I just want to place that key in your hand. Can you open your fingers a little bit?
Yeah.
Nice, okay. I just want to give you that key. Close your hand for me. You have it, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way I can steal that? No.
No.
That's great. But the only thing I can do here is when I just pull a little bit, it's still on there. You have to let go a little bit. Yes.
Okay.
If you let go a little bit in your mind, right, where everything can be possible. Oh, yes, you feel something now.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's melting.
It's melting off. But wait, don't open your.
Okay.
I just put this on here. Can you open your hand now?
Yeah.
You still see there is just that
There it
key.
is.
But the best part is, if I just give it back to you, it was actually never there because it's all the time here.
That's great.
Here's some more fun moves you can do, right? Especially when you work with the chain where the key is already on. Let me see if I can actually get that. Oh, you see? This is my favorite one. Because this is only my key, right? Right? And you can just blow it back on there. It's a bit disgusting, but I love it. So what you have to do here is really simple. Get the extra key and the chain, attach it, and I wanted to explain also the way I switch it sometimes like this. So when I have it here, I travel down with that key, and my middle finger and ring finger are now going also inside the chain, and up here I'm just lifting out the other one, right, on the way I turn this over. So in real life, this looks like it. This is the key. I come here with my extra chain, extra key. I travel down. I lift up this key while I turn everything over, and it feels like it just made a circle. I transfer to the other hand because I want to have my right hand free because I have the nail here. And I'm in a position now where I can take this off. Right? Can still show the key. And here's my favorite part. Because this is a magnet, you hear a little sound if you really throw it on there, right? And this sound I use now that sounds like it's my mouth. And it just comes back on the chain. I don't know if they really want to examine it after this, but it's a cool one. And of course, the disgusting stuff right now. I love this one. Look. Oh, sorry. Look. I don't know, I should teach this to David Blaine, maybe. But I prefer to teach it to you. So this is just funny because in this motion, we're doing the same vanish, right? I just see the coin here, the chain is already gone. And I just go like, a little pantomime. It's really important here to really make the impression that you swallow it. Oh. Because your hands are so empty, you're like full tension is here, and then you go like, mm-hmm. And the interesting thing about that gimmick is that we can take a little piece, doesn't matter from where you take it, it just has to be the little one, right? And if at least you have this over your thumb, you can now press this against your nose, right, here, and it really looks like it's coming out of that nose. You see what I mean? Ah! And then at the end, You give this for examination. All right, I want to give you some ideas and tips and experiences I use to carry all this stuff with me, because sometimes you just want to perform this and you don't want to set up like somewhere else. So this is, for example, a very nice way. You got that envelope, and I can just actually, in front of everybody, set up myself to perform a beautiful trick here with a chain and a key. And I'm already set up my nail and all the stuff I need for the performance. So what I made me, these are like a lot of options I give you now. I made me a little magnet inside that envelope here, so I can place my nail always on this side. And I just cut me out a little extra card. You can use your business card that just fits in here to have a second department where I put all the chains I want to perform. Right? Like this, I can carry this in my pocket. And after my card tricks, and I say, oh, let me show you something else. I just take out my envelope. I just dive in with my thumb against that nail that is in here. Right? And while I just search for it, because it's completely offbeat, my thumb is just pressing the nail on my thumb. Right? I can take out my business card. I just leave it here. And I come out with the chain and the nail, and I can start my performance. So like this, you have also time to, if you have a lot of cover, if you have the nail not perfectly put on you, let me show you this again. A magnet is just practical if it's like a long magnet that has the same shape like the one that is inside. It always has a direction and not go somewhere else than you want it. And you have so much cover. You take the nail on, right? Press it a little bit. I come out. I see it's not as I want it. Behind this, I can always just put it exactly on the place I need it. And here you go. It's always normal that a chain is a little bit crumbled up in the back, so nobody will take this suspicious. Another really cool way to carry around your nail in a very safe and dry way, I just show you my prototype I have for me. I just use thumb tips. And I also glue here a little magnet on it, on the outside. So I have my nail always inside here safe, right? Waiting for me. So I can have this thumb tip in my pocket. And whenever I need my nail, let's say I have my key here waiting for the performance, I can just reach in here. I just say, oh, here, let's check it out. This is a key on a chain. And while they're looking at it, I just go with my thumbs. This one goes just in my gimmick, in my thumb tip, and I just press inside my pocket against the nail so it starts gluing on there. And this is a very easy way to attach to it. And then afterwards, I just have to, let me show you here what's happening. I just go in, but before I just go with my index finger and I loose up the thing, and the magnet will just immediately let it snap back to the magnet, okay? So this is a very nice way to clean up at one point, and you start your performance. So if you don't have a magnet nearby, you can always just use that envelope to have an extra business card or whatever you need, and just glue your nail behind it, right? So you can just, behind that, bend it a little bit and then work it on the position you need, right? And put your business card out before you continue doing your ring effect, your chain effect. So it's just a really practical way because it has this putty on it. You can just glue it on a surface like a playing card works really well. Don't take a paper where you rip off the paper after. So sometimes it's nice to look for material where the wax is gluing on nicely. And just with a little bend, right, you can work this on your thumb and you have a little cover that nobody sees this. So it's a cool way just to get into your position. All right, I just give you some more tips because this effect has so many possibilities and you already realize that this is just a tool and it has so many ways to play it. My favorite is just if you really keep in mind that this chain is not just a chain that appears in the air, right? It can appear from anywhere. And this is just so amazing. If you think of situations where you are going on a table and there somebody has his bag or the wallet out or so whatever, and he's like, hey, can you open this up for me? Can we just use that chain from here? And it's already amazing that you have always an item to perform. Sometimes I just like to go around the people and I just go on their sleeves and I just like, oh, can I use this for a second? Oh, that's really nice. It feels like I stole this from them. It has an interesting character. And if you remember the scene from Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can, it's like, oh, I think this just slipped down your wrist. It's a fun way to introduce this. And I feel like most of the time when you put out something like this, everybody gets, is this like, did I lost this? It has a little attention to it that I really like about it. So make it appear from anywhere and disappear it from anywhere and have fun with that one. So this is already the end of the explanations of Repo, but it's just the beginning for you, hopefully, to get creative with all these little details I was showing you and just get some magnets ready, try everything you can, and I'm really excited what you're coming up with as well. So hopefully I see you very soon. Bye-bye.